Hey guys, Happy New Year. Hope you had great holidays. Thank you so much for watching in 2013. Happy 2014. I'm really thankful to have, the opportunity to play on YouTube, to do my blend of bass playing and guitar playing and my electronic music, showing you my new tracks, and but also reviewing some of the gear like Machine Studio and Ableton Push coming up. It was a great year. Remember, attitude and gratitude are two great factors for happiness. I found out, a friend told me, I want to share that with you. We're going to be doing, some nice synthesizer stuff this year. We're going to be playing a lot with Machine Studio, do some great productions hopefully, and here I have Push. Let me get started today with Push, just with one great feature that I found, and of course all of you have seen it, but I kind of have a spin that I want to share with you. So Ableton Push, and an email maybe about Ableton Push coming up. All right, Happy New Year. I'm on my way to a party, so this is going to be quick. This is literally New Year's Eve 2013. All right, so here's what I want to show to you guys. Ableton Push, and I brought up the note feature, and it shows you what looks like an overgrown drum machine. Looks like an overgrown drum machine when I first looked at it, and it's actually scales. So, right, so if you have it in standard mode, this is how it looks like. But there's something super interesting. I discovered a lot of flexibility. It's really great. Now, let me go into scales to show you this awesome feature. You can select in which key you are, C, F, G, B flat, and so forth. So if you look at the layout here, this is all pertaining to the scale. Right, so there's no half tones or notes that don't pertain to the particular scale or mode. And here you select what the starting note is, and it goes in fourths. In fifths this way, and in fourths that way. Pretty cool. Now, let me show you what I discovered. If we switch this to Chromatic, right? If we switch this to Chromatic and go to whole tone, and we'll start it with F. Okay, so this is F, and I can play that on the keyboard. All right, cool. Now what I found out, and that's certainly not new to all of you who've been using it, but maybe it's a different way of looking at it. If you check this out, here's my guitar, and the guitar, cool thing, has half steps, half tones as well, right? So the guitar starts with an E, would be here, and then the first fret is an F, right? So that would be an F, that would be a C, that would be a G. So now we have like this chromatic access that a guitar player has. Here would be your octave, right? So that's very cool. And I know here's my F, right? This would be my C, my D, my E, and it even lights up the corresponding note. So this is sort of a short but gigantically wide guitar or bass guitar fretboard, right? F, and then you jump to B flat. There would be an E flat, right? And of course it doesn't have like that B string that the guitar has where you only have like a third, but it goes in fourths. So you can go this way and you can go this way. Why is this important? Well, because I'm not that great on a keyboard, but playing like this, I can figure out my chords very easily. Minor chords, right? And then a jump to my fourth. So very easy for me to get around and actually know this type of layout better than a guitar, than a keyboard. Now, why did I put it in this particular mode? Well, because here it's sort of a neutral access. I don't have to select, you know, which key I'm in. Granted, it highlights the blue ones in F, but I can play, you know, I know this is my C, I could play C to C, you know, I know this is my C, this would be F, and so forth. So each note has its fixed place like on the guitar fretboard. Now, the next cool feature with Ableton Push is that you can now select a different scale, right? So if I select, let's say minor blues, right? Let's say minor pentatonic. Let's go for minor blues. So minor blues. So it works very, very well. It highlights the notes that pertain to that particular blues scale. But I could also say, you know what? This is an F minor blues. Now we're stuck on the chord, you know, on the C major chord. You know, C major 7, for example. That would be this chord, you know, as the octave. So I could still sort of like be in that chord, play that chord. You know, 1 3 7 1 3 7, but then stay inside that scale structure. Now, as you change them, I keep grabbing the wrong knob here. It's the knob up here, and it's touch sensitive. That's why you see the little flicker. You can obviously go into more complicated scales modes that I didn't even know existed before. So that which makes it very interesting. Now, stay with me for a couple more minutes. Now, what I also found out that obviously, if I want to change the key, things change a little bit, right? So if I wanted to go in the key of, let's say, C, now this would become C, and that's great. So everything is sort of like. Let me go back to a major scale, and I still keep touching that wrong knob. I'm gonna get some flag for it, right? So if I wanted to go to my C key, right? So it would be. Now if I change it to G, this would be a G, and that's great. But to me, as a guitar player, I like to have this as an F. This would be a G. So I have some sort of an absolute manner of where notes are. Like on a keyboard, you know, G is a G, it stays a G. For those of us who have perfect pitch, it's even harder to kind of like mess with notes and put them in different places. So we know a G is a G, an F is an F, and so forth. So there's a workaround for that. So I would just keep it on fixed. Yes, right? When you have it on fixed, if you turn on fixed, right, even if you change now the key, that note stays the same. Now, the thing is, this is our F. You know, this will be our F. This will always be an F right here. And this is a C. So sort of like, well, here goes our guitar theory out of the window. That you know, the first string should be F, F sharp, G, you know, G sharp, A. Well, in this case, just think of it as a 5-string bass. I'm going to hold one up for you. Or basically having one more string below, right? So here's a 5-string bass, and this would be an F on a 5-string bass. I'm sorry, a C, low C, and this would be the F. This would be a D. So we have this extra string. So keep it in your mind and just say, well, this is my C, this is my B string, and starts the first fret here is a C, and this is my sort of like my guitar layout or 4-string bass layout starts, right? So this will always be an F, this will always be a G, this will always be an A, right? And now once we have fixed turned on, right? I'm gonna navigate here with the camera really quickly. Right here. So once we have this setting turned on here we go. Once we have this setting like this, we can easily change any key. Let's say E flat, right? And it just highlights my root note of whatever scale or mode I'm choosing. So I hope I wasn't too complicated with that, but this remains a C, this remains a low C, this is an F, right? So F, right? So we still have our absolute note positions, right? So this is the thing that I find very interesting. I think that Ableton and Push, and in combination with Arc-High, have created a system, a musical instrument, if you will, which is rare. All the drum boxes are great native instruments, machine and so forth. They're fantastic. There are drum boxes, there are arrangement, composition, orchestral devices. But this, while being that as well, is in a way a new musical instrument with a flexible scale layout that's done very, very well. If you compare that with Chromatic turned off, then you don't have access to the in-between notes, but you have a greater range because you're, you move a lot quicker. So this covers, 8 whole octave is only 8 buttons. Here, of course, to go from 1 octave you need more buttons to get there, but musically I think it's more interesting that way. We have access to all the notes, and this, different modes and settings just give us a guide what notes are pertaining to a scale or a mode, and therefore it's being very educational in that sense, because I remember Lydian, Phrygian, but I forgot what is super Locrian. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Switch to super Locrian. Oh yeah, this is what a half step is. So very, very useful. Anyways, I'm getting complicated again. Well, music can be complicated, but it's a powerful tool, and I think for all the composers out there, it opens new doors. All right, enjoy Ableton Push out. Please like and subscribe, and once again, Happy New Year. All right, let's go celebrate now. Happy New Year with here a glass. Gonna come up with Schloss Bibrich Sekt. Oh yeah, Happy New Year. Yummy, yummy. Alright, so let's see what that Bibrich can do here. There we go, Happy New Year. Coming soon for you guys, and here is good old Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the legend. Yeah, bam. Going in with a bang. Alright, all the best to you guys. That's for you.